Good morning, Gemini. Do you ever get up in the morning and you just feel like you must have got out of the wrong side of the bed or something? Because it's like the universe has it in for you. It's one of those days for me today. I just kind of want to go back to bed and reset and try again. So maybe, I don't know, you're feeling like that, maybe not. Possibly a bit grumpy, because that is definitely the energy that I'm in today. A little bit grumpy, getting things done, but not really wanting to, being a bit fed up. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you're super duper happy. We'll see. I've got a few things for you here. Now, something came through. You may have noticed this lovely gentleman here on the floor already. I was going to say on the table, but I do it on the floor, so that sounded rude. Emperor, but white t-shirt and grey open shirt and jacket. I saw a person right in the middle of the night. Woke up, saw this person, wrote it down, fell back asleep, forgot I'd seen them. But now that I've read my notes, I can remember what they looked like, kind of. And they did kind of, the reason why I wrote Emperor is because to remind myself of what they looked like. He kind of looked like this guy on the Emperor card. Definitely, maybe slightly chubbier cheeks though. But like definitely had the look of him. But instead of like this outfit, it wasn't this card, because sometimes they show me literal cards. But I'm sorry about my nails today as well. I'm giving them a day off from nail varnish, but they're slightly stained from all the nail varnish I do wear. So sorry, gross nail day. Instead of wearing this outfit, it was a real person. It was like a photograph, and he was wearing a white t-shirt, like a plain white t-shirt, very, very clean, very white, and then like a grey, either like a light jacket or a short sleeve shirt, maybe, possibly, or a long sleeve shirt. I can't remember now, but a shirt. I could see the grey collar, like a light grey colour, and it was open over the white t-shirt. So if that is a photo that you're familiar with, then there probably is readings, messages. I can't speak anymore. Maybe when you're around this person you can't speak. Maybe you kind of get a bit tongue-tied around this person. You can see why. He's pretty cute, right? So yeah, I don't know. That is what it is, but that's the only thing that came through completely intuitively overnight. Also this morning, as I've been kind of going about my business, I have a couple of songs that came through intuitively. I got, no swear warning, I got Bitch by Meredith Brooks. I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. I do not feel ashamed. You don't feel ashamed, Gemini. It's like, accept me for who I am. I am who I am. You accept me, warts and all, or I'm not interested in you. Like, you either accept me or you don't. You get what you're given, kind of thing. And it's funny as well, because yesterday I heard Come As You Are by Nirvana, so it could be the other side of this story. And I also got Halo by Texas. Now, it's funny because in this song, Halo by Texas, it's she has a halo, we really do adore her. It could be that people see you as being quite angelic. People say, oh, she's an angel, or he, this could be you. They're an angel, they're always helping out, they're a blessing. Like, there's people may talk about you like this and you're thinking, why are you talking about me like that? I am such a bitch. That kind of thing. It could be that. It could be that you don't see yourself the way other people see you. Something like this. Or it could be two people here, like almost like two sisters, right? And one's the good sister that everybody's like, oh, she's so good, she's so well behaved. And then the other one's like the bad, naughty sister. I don't know. Like something with that. The contrast between being a little bit devilish and being quite innocent. I don't know, maybe you're presenting as one and actually being the other. That's very Gemini energy, actually, isn't it? The duality of Gemini energy. The first song that played when I got up out of bed, feeling gross and in a terrible mood, was Somewhere Over a Rainbow, What a Wonderful World by Israel Kamakawiwo'ole, possibly. I don't know his last name very well. It's that beautiful version that was in 50 First Dates. Again, I really feel like the universe is pouring salt into the wound a little bit, because I wasn't happy, and that song, like, sometimes sometimes it's one of those songs that really like lifts your mood, but I think today it just felt like, why can't I? Why can't I take a flight right now? Why can't I do the things I want to do? COVID. So yeah, it just felt a bit like it was rubbing salt into the wound there a little bit for me this morning. And then if that wasn't enough, I got Me Versus Us by Tayla Parx as one of your randomised songs on Spotify. The other one was Diamonds by Megan Lee Stallion and Normani. So yeah, Me Versus Us, I love that song so much and it hits me hard. So yeah, I feel totally like the universe has got it in for me today. But we're not talking about me, we're talking about you, Gemini. So, Me Versus Us and Diamonds. What I'm getting from this is possibly perhaps you're interested in someone, perhaps it feels a little bit like a fantasy, you don't know if it's real or if it's not real, especially if you're dealing with an emperor, because an emperor can be too good to be true. There is this too good to be true element as well with this kind of somebody who's like an angel but they're a devil underneath. Maybe you've got questions about somebody. Some of you, things haven't worked out. Perhaps you had ideas about a relationship that didn't really come to fruition. And what the universe is kind of telling you is, I've kind of got a bit of a line that came through. When somebody doesn't accept your love, roll up all that love, all those feelings, and give them back to yourself. So it's all about all that big heart you've got, Gemini, which sometimes can be quite hard to see, but you do have a real soft side. Take that love that you have been trying to pour out to other people and turn it inwards and turn it back on yourself and nurture yourself and do that healing. Again, like I feel like having the bare nails is kind of an example of this, because I'm trying to kind of like, make my nails stronger, like let go of expectations of others, and just kind of give my hands that day off to kind of recover a little bit. So I kind of feel like that's an example of what the energy wants you to do as well. It could be your story, it could not be. But that Diamonds song, she actually says in it, I love me this much. I love me this much. Because it's a parody of Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Again, that Marilyn Monroe theme that keeps coming through. And it's funny because I kept thinking I was doing Cancer today, so there could be a bit of a Cancer spillage into your reading, which, perhaps somebody's on the cusp, on the border between Gemini and Cancer. But yeah, that Diamonds Marilyn Monroe theme is coming back again here. So I love me this much. And then she also says, I can take a hit, I'm not scared of the pain. So perhaps this is about putting yourself out there. I do get that you've recovered possibly from a situation in the past where something didn't work out, and you've recovered from it, because as I was shuffling this deck over here, a card flipped and went back in, and as I split it open, it was the Three of Swords, which is a heartbreak card, and the Death card, which means a complete ending of a situation. So I took that as you're done feeling the pain, you're over the heartbreak, and it's like because you've took that hit and got over it, it's like you're not scared of putting yourself back out there. Now, it doesn't have to be love. It could be any situation where you feel like you've extended yourself and been rejected. It could be applying for jobs, perhaps, or it could be a number of things. But there's this feeling of kind of like getting over rejection, pouring the love that you want to, love or passion for something, back into yourself. So I love me this much. I also saw the rabbit card in this deck. The rabbit card completely flipped out and it ran off. I was thinking it ran off sort of completely sort of down the side here. So I picked it up and it was the rabbit card. Now, I recently watched Jojo Rabbit, which I definitely recommend. You have to be able to take on that dark humour. It's not promoting Nazism, it's making fun of Nazism, but brilliant film. Definitely go and watch it. What's his name? I can't remember his name. Tahiki Wakiki, is it? He's just brilliant. I love his stuff so much. But this thing about the rabbit running off, it gave me Imaginary Friend in that film. Without giving too many spoilers, it's kind of like the headline thing of the film. The little boy does have an imaginary friend. I won't tell you if you don't know. Go and watch the movie and find out. But it could be, again, that me versus us. Tell me I wasn't alone when I lost my mind. There could be a feeling here of perhaps romanticizing a situation here where you've perhaps created this ideal in your head which wasn't a reality. Yeah, so, ouch, hurts. You also got Super Vixen by Garbage. As I just kind of finished setting up, it kind of ran on. Bow down to me. So I really feel like Gemini, a lot of you are kind of bringing back that power, seizing back that power, moving into Emperor energy, right? Where it's like, I'm going to love myself. I'm going to turn inwards. All my passion, I'm going to pour into my own projects. I'm not going to waste my time trying to give my love and my creativity, my ideas, my passion into people or things that don't give back to me. I am going to look after me first, and that's brilliant, strong energy, Gemini. So keep it up, keep doing that. The last note that I have is the lookout, because, oh no, I've missed something. Okay, so I'll just mention this. From this deck, today and yesterday when I got the deck out of the box, a card called the Lookout was on the bottom. That's not the card, it's just, I picked one up to kind of show you. So I turned the deck over and it was the Lookout. Now, I didn't mention it for Taurus, but they did have that as a main card in one of their readings a while back. But it's come out again, so I feel like this might be some kind of common theme, or again, somebody maybe Taurus, Gemini cusp. It's like the ship's going down, but you're looking at the horizon for the new opportunities. So this may be something that keeps coming into play. We'll find out. Wrap your arms around yourself. So Gemini, if you've been feeling like this is your story, I want you right now to just wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a really big hug. I'm doing the same. We're looking after ourselves today, Gemini. The other intuitive thing that I completely forgot about, but I've just seen the note here in my middle of the night scroll, Dear Horn Stubbs Velvet. I know what this means now, and I know why the Emperor card is here. So when a deer, especially a young deer, is growing its horns for the first time, it's covered in this, I think it's called velveteen. It's like this very soft, like thin layer of skin that protects those horns as they start to develop, and then they break through a little bit like teeth breaking through the gums, right, in newborn children. Now this is showing me, to me, an emperor in the making. Now again, if you're female or you don't identify as male, it's okay, because we all carry feminine and masculine energy, yin yang energy, right, within us. And the emperor is kind of like the big boss of the tarot, the person who really takes control of their own life. And I feel like this is what you're moving into, Gemini. So it's like at the moment you're kind of like this little fawn, just kind of learning how to do this. Bit of trial and error involved here, but you're gonna grow those horns, those little, that are just little like nubs at the moment. They're going to break through, and you're going to have this massive set of antlers, like this big crown, as you learn to take control of your own life, and as you learn to not exhaust your energy into people or things that don't give back to you. Honor yourself, be the Emperor, Gemini. That's what I've got to say to you today. Right, we're going to go to the cards, but before I do, I want to randomize a song for you. Let's see what you get. Here we go. This is the song that they got yesterday for Taurus's reading. So, randomized song for Gemini, please.
Right now at your local co-op.
You got an advert for the co-op. I'll be back in a second. Here we go. So, Bad Things. Ooh, Bad Things by Jace Everett. Okay, I'm going to pause now. I'm going to tidy up whatever's happened here. Yeah, I'm going to tune into the energies and we're going to pull some cards. Before I do, though, that co-op advert mentioned fish pie and pizza. Maybe you're eating fish pie or pizza. Maybe you're making it. Maybe if you, within the last few days or the next couple of days, have fish pie or pizza, maybe this is some kind of message for you. The co-op is an organisation in the UK. I think it has it in America too. I don't know if it's the same company, but it is quite, it's like a a PLC, I think, but it's all to do with like the money that goes into it goes back into the community, goes back into the business. So it's all to do with like shareholders. It's you can join the co-op, and you get lots of like benefits and points back. This is me not sponsored by the co-op, but actually being a member of the co-op and loving it. Really good supermarket, and I think I like the kind of morals that they have. So I don't know, maybe somebody needs to hear that for some reason. Maybe this is some like a concern that you've been having recently, this kind of like giving back to the community thing. Perhaps you have been working for a horrible company that just takes, and you're ready to like work with companies that give perhaps. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know if you want to pause as well and go and look up that song and listen to it at the same time as me. I'm going to listen to it as I tune into the energies. Then we're going to get back and pull some cards. I will be back with you in a second, Gemini. All right, so we've got the Emperor up here supervising the reading today. I've switched out the decks from the Steampunk deck to the Modern Witch Tarot for you. Just felt the need to do that, so I don't know if that is going to be for other readings or just for you. You know, being a bit special there, Gemini, you know, special treatment. I've gone a bit flirty because I listened to that song, and in that sexy voice he's saying, I want to do bad things to you. And yeah, I kind of want to do bad things with Jace now. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. But what are bad things? What's bad? You know, if it's two consenting adults, is it really bad? And perhaps this is what, why is your thing so wrinkly today? Perhaps this is what's coming through. In whose eyes are things bad? There is nothing either good or no, what is it? There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. That's from Hamlet. But thinking makes it so. Is it really bad, or do people just say it's bad? Why is it bad? What? Let's get to the bottom of this mystery. Who says it's bad and why? What's bad about it? If you know, obviously certain things do cross a line. Certain things are definitely, you know, 99.9% of the community agree that that is too much. So you know, but there's normally a good reason for that. You know, there's normally a good like evidence to say that's not okay. So but other things like, you know, things like, oh, that's so bad, like why is it bad if it's two consenting adults, you know, having fun? I don't know. So maybe this is something that you've been debating in your head, this kind of Meredith Brooks song, I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. And that she has a Halo song by Texas. There really is this kind of like, can you do bad things, you know, bad things, and still be pure and angelic? You know, in whose eyes, who gets to make the rules? If it's between, I'd say if it's between you and the universe, you and spirit, you and God, whatever you want to call that higher power, if it's between you and them and it feels right, then society's thoughts on it probably don't matter. Yeah, as long as you're not hurting anyone. I'd say that's the line for me. When I work out if some things are good or bad, I say, where's, you know, where do I have to draw that line? Are you hurting people? Yes or no? And that normally gives you which side of that moral line you're on. So yeah, right, let's pull some cards, Gemini. So an energy please for Gemini. An energy please for Gemini's reading today. I'm handing over, that definitely wants to show itself. It's the rabbit. Anything else, please? Anything else? Raccoon in reverse. Oh, okay. Something's coming out of the dark. Something is done hiding. If something has been in the shadows, if you've been doing something in the shadows, black egg there as well. That is something that is not working out. Oh, they're telling me earthworm. They're showing me. Sorry, I'm just thinking how to explain it. The crows are crowing as well, so I know I'm on the right track with this. I'm just going to open the window. normally a black egg for me is something that hasn't worked out. There's 3 eggs in this deck. The cosmic egg, which I see as something like potential coming in. The universe is bringing you a gift, an opportunity, but it's not tangible yet. It's more of an idea and a concept. The golden egg is something tangible you can hold and touch, and put into action. It's like a job offer that you can accept or decline. You see, rather than being a concept, it's something in your reality. The black egg for me is something that's kind of like a dead end, an opportunity that didn't come, or something that didn't bear fruit. What they're showing me today is Game of Thrones. Daenerys, she has the dragon eggs, and it's like, oh, these dragon eggs, they're really old, there's nothing in them, they're kind of like they're just decorative, they kind of tell her when she's given them as a gift, but she puts them in the fire and they actually do have dragons come out. So there's something here to do with, maybe you need to go into the fire to get a new opportunity, Gemini, but perhaps you feel like this little frightened Jojo Rabbit. You're like, they're showing me that in a scene in the movie where he throws a grenade, you want to run away, you're scared. Perhaps you've got questions about, are people acting with good intentions here, possibly, or perhaps you feel like someone's stolen opportunity for you and now you can't access that opportunity. There's quite a few things coming through. But yeah, definitely a sense of being like a frightened little rabbit, being on high alert, feeling quite nervous about something. But the universe is saying, yes, that egg is there for you, but you have to go into the fire to get it. They're telling me activate. Is that Transformers or something? Activate. I don't know what that is. Perhaps that means something to you. Jojo Rabbit, activate. Gem Rabbit. I'm going to call you Gem Rabbit now. What is it? They keep saying it to me. Activate. The raccoon in the reverse. If I just went quiet then because I was trying to get answers. If somebody has been a bit of a thief or been accused of being a thief, this is like, with it being in the reverse, it's like there's something to do with it coming to light. You're going to get clarity about this. Why they're really pointing out the tail to me for some reason. I don't know, perhaps you've got an animal that has a tail like that, perhaps a cat, like a striped bushy tail, or it's like a feather duster or something. They're drawing my attention to that. I don't know, what does that invoke for you? Clearing a feather duster, they're wiping away the shadows. There's going to be some kind of clarity here. You're worried about this. I don't think you're worried about the shadows clearing away. I think you're worried about what's going to happen. Definitely a sense of fear with it. Okay, let's try and get those at the edge there. Yeah, I really see it as like something coming up for you, but it's only going to activate. They just keep giving me activate. If you like face your fears, if you don't run away, if you conquer that thing inside you that's telling you run, that kind of fight or flight. This is like fight or flight. If you ground your heels in and you can do it, then it'll come in for you, I think. Let's get more information though to help you decide what to do in this situation, because I want to kind of know what's causing this sense of fear, what that thief in the reverse is doing there, what the black egg is. So let's find out more. What do you want to write? So I'm releasing control. I've got a lot of questions, but I decided that they're getting the control of this reading today. What do you want to tell Gemini? Can I just get one card though, please? One card though, thank you. Scissors, disappointment. There you go, disappointment in some affair. Something didn't work out. Look at that black egg. That's exactly what I was saying. Something didn't work out. Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Yeah. A sense of feeling something's lacking. That's like 8 of Cups energy. Something didn't work out. You've got this sense of disappointment. Healing that broken heart, right? I kind of mentioned that at the beginning. I like it when the cards confirm what I've been saying. It just makes me think, okay, I am actually saying something of relevance here. Again, I'm just the messenger. I'm really, really trying to take myself out of the reading and let the guides come through here. Okay. Dark man. Dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Again, what did I say? Like, I saw him. Okay. Chain of events that will affect your life. So I don't know who this is. We'll pull some cards to find out more about this person. Chain of events. I always feel like that's either like 5 degrees of separation, you know, like a friend of a friend who works with somebody who's like somebody's uncle, and that person, it feels like you never have expected to have that link with a certain person, but this chain is going to come into action. Hello? Children going to nursery there. Or it's like a domino effect. Somebody on the other side of the world could take an action that creates some kind of possibility for other people, and then other people get hired, and then that brings an opportunity to you. It's this chain of events thing. So hold on, the universe is turning those screws, turning those cogs, aligning things for you, making those opportunities come in for you. It's not impossible. It just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of work for the universe to get these wheels in motion, right? So have faith. Love it. Thank you for just giving me one card. If you've watched any of my older readings, this tea leaf deck, I don't tend to use it very often because it gives me so many cards. Like literally it would spurt out like about 10 cards every time I did it. So like the fact that they're just giving me one card for this set of readings, I'm so thankful for it. Like thank you. Muddled, unclear thinking. Oh, there's that mud. I had a mud theme coming through at the start of the week. Oh, bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Again, confirming what I was saying. Jojo Rabbit, Gem Rabbit, don't back down. This is what you're feeling. You've got this flight or fight thing going, but they're telling you stand up for yourself. Dig in those heels, right? That's exactly what I said. Show strength and fortitude. Don't be bullied. Crown in reverse. Why is that in reverse? Honor and respect will come to you. It's like almost like don't dishonor yourself by running away. They want to show me Vine as well. Seek out information that will help you. Diamond underneath there as well, and you had that diamond song. I feel like if you stand your ground, honor and respect will come to you. Don't just run away like a frightened rabbit. But I feel like you're going to have to do this with a sense of integrity. You don't have to go in shouting, you know, you don't have to go in slamming your fist on the table. You can stand up for yourself and still be like this emperor, right? He's not shouting, he's not ranting and raving. He's just sitting there like immovable. Like, no, this is my chair and this is where I'm going to sit. You do whatever you want. This is my bed and I'm lying in it, kind of thing. So it's almost telling you to like don't run away. It's like if a bully walked in the room and was like, give me that chair. It's just like you don't have to kind of rant or rave, you don't have to run away. You just say, no, it's my chair, I'm already in it, go and find a different chair. Like, what would the emperor say? What would the emperor say? Is that going to be the name of your reading, Gemini? What would the emperor do? Right, okay, I'm going to get some more information for you. So scissors, disappointment in some affair. You, what's this one again? Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So tell me more about the scissors and the barrel, please. Scissors and barrel for Gemini. Scissors and barrel for Gemini. Can you tell me more about this situation, please? Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The most important messages will come through for those who need it. Here we go. This is a card about healing. Okay, we don't really take reversals with this deck, but because it's a sense of disappointment, look how it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is like the universe counting up to something or counting down from something. The Rider card is, it can be about healing. Here with this rainbow, you've got the rainbow twice on these cards now. It can be a card about being very, very confident, really kind of coming into that kind of emperor energy, of looking after yourself, of being strong, of taking action in your own life. The kind of main message of the rider is information or news coming in, communication. With it being there's also sort of fantasy element as well. It kind of gives me Mary Poppins, where they ride the carousel off down the racetrack. So this kind of like believing in the impossible. But with it being in the reverse, I really feel like perhaps somebody's done an about turn. You were going towards something that felt really good, and somebody kind of did a U-turn and went back, or there was some kind of communication that was meant to happen or that you were expecting to happen, but it didn't happen. So it could have been that you wanted to communicate to somebody else, or you were waiting for somebody to communicate something to you, but maybe time went on, it just kind of fizzled out, it didn't go anywhere. I'm really getting a sense of like that fire needing to be stoked. It's not that it could never happen, it's just that the heat is needed. The Nine of Cups in reverse is a card about. I'm sorry, just to show you where I'm getting this from. The Nine of Hearts translates to the Nine of Cups in the regular tarot. The Nine of Cups is about being able to make yourself happy. Again, this is a key theme I was picking up at the start of the reading through the intuitive messages and through the songs. This need to kind of take that love and turn it back inwards to yourself. Nurture yourself. Don't give too much to other people. Because if you're looking strong and confident, if you're the woman, looking sexy, or the man, looking sexy, galloping around on that horse, having the time of your life in very, very attractive energy, that's going to spark those flames in other people. They want to get on that horse with you, if you see what I mean. Where if you're wasting away lamenting the loss of something, that's not an attractive energy that's going to pull people to you. So you really need to love yourself first. Always love yourself first. Seven of Cups, something about choices. Definitely this healing energy coming through. Now the mice card, the mice get a bad rap in the tarot and the Lenormand decks, I think. I don't think they mean any harm. This card represents something coming in and nibbling away at your resources. You can see here it's like you've been a bit distracted, you've been preoccupied with other things, and now there's small details that you need to tend to. So it may be like you forgot to make a dentist appointment, or the dust is collecting on your bookshelves and you really need to kind of do that bit of housework. This is kind of, to me, this is the housekeeping card. It's like while your back's turned, there's been some kind of like something that's needed your care and attention that you haven't been giving your care and attention to. And I think it's yourself. I honestly think it's yourself, your daily needs perhaps, that kind of everyday maintenance. And it doesn't have to necessarily be your body. It could be your environment around you, your space. It could be the little jobs that you've been putting off and not doing because you've been preoccupied with something else. So this card is saying, make sure you tend to the small details. Make sure you look at your own life, instead of waiting for somebody else. And again, that sense of kind of extending yourself to others. This is really telling you, go back in. If an opportunity hasn't arrived, if you're sat there waiting, twiddling your fingers, tapping your nails on the table, there's better things that you could be doing with your time rather than kind of lamenting whatever that opportunity is that hasn't come in yet. So what can you do? What can you do that's productive? I think this is trying to get you to say. I'm just going to flip these into the upright. And again, I'm very, very sorry about how dark it is today. I can't control the weather. We are going into winter. The days are getting darker. So I need to get some sort of light that isn't going to... the problem with the lights that I have is that they cast this kind of like glare on a lot of the cards. A lot of the cards have this kind of plasticiness to it. And you can see it's kind of shiny. So it's kind of a rock and a hard place. So I need to get a decent kind of low glare light. So this chain of events and this dark man, tell me about this chain of events and dark man. Okay, there's a bit of a secret here. It could be that the universe is keeping secrets. Here's that communication. Okay, so this card, it's the letter. It can sometimes mean something quite formal, like a contract that needs signing. You've got this quill here and this kind of royal seal. So it could be that there's something coming towards you. You may have to sign some sort of new contract. There may be something some kind of formal communication, a letter from the bank perhaps, or a sense of just some kind of legal document, perhaps. It could be something you're receiving. It could be something. Yeah, I feel like it's something that you're receiving that you're not really expecting to receive, because it's this chain of events card. It's like something's going on. The universe is kind of working in the background, getting things organised on your behalf. So you could receive communication soon, or some about, perhaps it could be like a job offer, something like this. But it's in the works at the moment. So again, while you're waiting, take care of the small details. Imagine all the things that could come towards you. What would you need to have ready? You might want to have like an overnight bag packed, or you might want to have to make sure you've I don't know, done something. Like banking keeps coming up. You might have to set up a bank account, or put money in the bank, or pay off some bills, or do you have your passport ready? All these kind of things that you may have to have at short notice. What do you need to sort out now? If something came towards you suddenly, I feel, because it hid in the deck. It was kind of secretive. Bridges there again. Bridges are about making connections across space. So it could be like building a relationship with somebody that you'd kind of distance yourself from, or making a connection. It could be a business connection, right? Networking. So this bull, the need to kind of stand up for yourself, to be quite bullish. Again, we've got quite heavy Taurus energy over on this side of the reading. So some of you may be on the cusp of Taurus Gemini, or be dealing with the Taurus, or have strong Taurus in your chart. So kind of figure out who this person is. But I feel like there's something you have to stand up for or against. Can you tell me about the bull? The polar bear. Right, okay, this is kind of wounded warrior energy. Could be dealing with the Pisces, especially with this child card on the bottom, using their imagination. There's a strong sense of imagination and kind of daydreaming in your cards, in your reading today. Kind of almost like you're wishing for the impossible to happen, believing in fairy tales. Perhaps daydreaming rather than... Sometimes we can have goals or dreams that are actually achievable, but we spend so much time daydreaming about it and imagining it and thinking what if, that we don't take tangible steps towards our dreams and goals. So this is almost saying to me, the overall message of the reading at the moment is stop dreaming, stop expecting things to just happen and come to you, and start taking tangible steps. Be the emperor of your own life, to make things happen. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Magician card. It's like, get out of your head and get into taking the tangible steps. It's almost like, for example, my daughter, she's a very good artist. She's also a very good storyteller, and she keeps drawing these pictures of these characters, which are amazing. And I keep saying, she keeps trying to come and tell me about the characters, and I keep saying, go and write me a story about them. Go in, because she just kind of reels it off, and it's like, okay, yeah. And she's put so much time and effort thinking about this, but I'm like, well, if you explain it to me in a story, that's going to be more engaging than just reeling off the character traits of this person that I'm going to struggle to remember. If I read a story about them, seeing these traits in action, it's going to stick in my head more. So it's almost like that kind of thing of like, you've got a lot of ideas for a story, but you're not putting anything on paper. Use that as a metaphor for whatever it is. So the polar bear energy, this is perseverance energy. I always see this polar bear as having a goal. He knows where he wants to get to. He's seen that kind of, that ice, that land that is going to get him out of this water. But he's persevering through it. He's getting cold, he's getting heavy, he's getting tired, but he keeps going because he knows where he wants to go. He's got that goal in sight. He knows that he can get there, and he just has to persevere. He knows that if he stops, right, if he accepts this black egg, and then that's kind of the end for him. He's just going to sink down. So it's this sense of really needing to persevere here, really needing to keep going, dig in your heels, keep that goal in sight. It's a long road, but you're going to get there, is kind of the message that's coming through with that. Muddled, unclear thinking. If you are feeling like you have your brain's going in a lot of different directions, you don't know what to do, really kind of go back into yourself. Trust your gut, trust your heart. What is it you want? What are your goals? Try and get that clear, focused thinking. It's like you can't see you can't see the wood for the trees. Try and get that higher perspective. Really get yourself focused, and that's going to give you the perseverance and the determination to get through. That's going to bring you into that Emperor energy. Be the bull, be the polar bear. Don't be the little mouse lost in the forest who doesn't know how to get out of that situation. You could be feeling a little bit down actually as well, and I'm sorry if you're feeling like that at the moment. Believe in your dreams, persevere. The crow confirmed that for me. Can you tell me more about the scissors, the barrel, the rider, and the mice? Tell me more. Thank you. A gift there. So the rider could be bringing a gift. Now, the gift is an interesting card. It could mean a lot of different things. It could mean that you are literally giving or receiving an actual tangible gift. You know, we are going into Thanksgiving, Christmas, depending on where you are in the world and what your beliefs are. It is a time when people may be giving gifts, but it also means that you may have some sort of gift that you need to embrace and give to the world. With it being with the rider card, it's actually very likely that there is some kind of gift or opportunity here that you were expecting. Perhaps it just isn't coming in yet. This came out in the video cut out. It's almost like perhaps you know something's coming your way, but there's been delays. Again, I'm getting that sense of kind of pay attention to the small details, do those everyday tasks that need doing. Okay, I didn't even ask. Okay, the dark man may be a mature man. It may be somebody, an authority figure, somebody, some kind of boss or person of influence. It may be somebody who's got a lot of knowledge. You may, if you're doing something and you need more information, this may be somebody who can help you, this dark man. So dealings with a relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair, mature man. This is confirming who this is for you. So hopefully you may be able to figure out who this is. It could be you, right? But I feel like this is someone you're connecting with, somebody who you need to perhaps write to, communicate with, get more information. We also have a globe on this card, just to kind of show you. He's got lots of books behind him, this globe. He's very knowledgeable. He can really be a good source of information, I feel. But he's got this globe, maybe somebody who's well-travelled. And also on the background of this card, you've got this globe again. You may be at a distance from this person. You may need to travel to this person. Could be like if your father is perhaps in a different country, father, grandfather, or just somebody who's very, very mature, you know, somebody who does have a lot of life experience, a lot of knowledge, a lot of a good source of wisdom that you can connect with. Okay. Tell me about the bull, the forest, and the polar bear. Expectation tears you apart. What's that from? Expectation tears you apart. Is it more Tayla Parx? Don't make me feel like I'm alone, baby. Hard to face it. Let's jump instead of waiting for your love. Let's just say it. Don't make it complicated. I'm yours. Now I know that I'm crazy, but you're the one who made me this way. Let's just say it. Don't make it. Let Me Help You Love Me, Tayla Parx. So you got 2 Tayla Parx songs there, and I definitely recommend going listening to her because she's amazing. Let Me Help You Love Me. I'm just writing it down. Help you love me. So yeah, it may be this sense of like, oh, just be wary of the false person on the bottom there. People wearing masks. It may be that there may be a relationship here where you have got somebody who that you're interested in, and you're expecting them to make the first move and they're expecting you to make the first move, and you're both kind of treading water. Could be that. It's funny, you've got that flow. We should just let things flow. Second I slow you down, you should just let me go, baby. Please, we don't need guarantees. Right, definitely go and listen to those 2 songs. They're sort of singing to each other. So it's that sense of like being crazy. I know that I'm crazy. You're the one that made me this way. And me versus us is like, what does she say in that? Sorry, I'm still going with Let Me Love You. Let Me Help You Love Me. I I wasn't alone when I lost my mind. Crazy, you're the one who made me this way. So I don't know. Maybe you know. Go and listen to those songs. Thief card. Yeah, there's the raccoon. You've got the thief card. You've got false person. You're giving me Thief of Hearts from Madonna. Thief of Hearts, and now you've got to pay. Okay. I feel like that's a bit of a side message perhaps for somebody. Right. Spirit guides. You've got control of this reading. What do you want to say? I think, okay, with the mouse card, it's the devil's in the detail. The devil's in the detail. Pay attention to the small details. Don't let life get on top of you. You know, maybe you need to make a list of all the things you need to get done. The devil's in the details. It could be that you need to pay very careful attention if something comes in for you, especially you've got sort of 3 cards about something coming in here, the rider, the gift and the letter. If something is coming into you, could be some sort of contract you need to sign. Pay attention to the details. The devil's in the details. Could be some kind of clause that you really don't want to sign your name on something. But then the devil card, it's like this sense of being chained to something, being not being free. But you can see actually the chains are quite loose on these people. They could actually lift the chains off the head and be free. They could walk away from that devil. He's not actually got them chained as tightly as they think they're chained. It could be a connection you feel chained to. It could be, the devil can indicate kind of obsession. You know, you've got expectation here. Expectations tear you apart. If you're expecting something, it could be really taking a toll on you. Or you could be, you've got that rabbit card, which is fear. You could have a fear of what this is coming in for you. You know, kind of fear of the unknown almost. So take that as it resonates. It's the Capricorn card. Could be dealing with a Cappy. The Emperor card is Taurus, as I've said. It could also be Aries. Here we are, the 9 of Swords. Yeah, you're really getting in your head about whatever this is. Again, expectations tear you apart. That keeps coming through. The 9 of Swords is... it's really heavy mental energy. It's overthinking. It's overthinking to the point of exhaustion. It's overthinking to the point of making yourself sick. It's like, because there's unknown here. Do you remember this card hid? And this card was in the reverse. It's expectations. I keep saying it. Expectations tear you apart. It's expecting something, you know, expectations. Expecting something, knowing something's coming in for you. It's taking a lot of time. Perhaps there's hold-ups. Perhaps you've got this sense of something coming, but you're not seeing the tangible evidence of it. You're thinking, am I crazy? Should I keep believing in this thing, or should I just give up on it? It's making me sick. I don't know what the anxiety of it, the stress of it. I really feel like the message is saying just let it flow, right? We should just let it flow. You know, COVID is causing a lot of hang-ups. We've had Mercury in retrograde. We've had Mars, which is the planet of Mercury's communication, going backwards, which causes hold-ups with communication. We've had Mars in Aries going backwards. Mars is the planet of action, so it's like no action's been taken. There's loads of obstacles in the way. There's been so many things tying things up, and with lockdown and COVID as well, it's just making things so difficult at the moment. So it could be that this thing is coming towards you, but there's a lot of problems with it. It's taking time. It's kind of like how I said I got up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. It's just things aren't working out right now. It's not the right time for things. It's just the universe getting things into alignment. So release. Don't get into that 9 of Swords energy where you think yourself sick. Let go of expectations. Go with the flow. Live in the moment. Tend to the small details, the day-to-day tasks that are trying to get your attention. Oh, poor Gemini. I noticed Awakening to Spirit has a video up for you. Awakening to Spirit. It's I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it as I upload. But the title of it is like can't remember what it said, but it gave me the impression of like Gemini being stuck indoors. It's like COVID is a bitch or something. It's like it gave me the impression of you being stuck indoors, like this girl, right, expecting something, looking out the window, watching, waiting, thinking, when am I going to get to go out again? When do I get to go and play with my friends? When do I get to go and take advantage of those opportunities? So definitely interested in watching that reading, and I don't know if you want to go and check out that reading as well. We can watch it together. So, forest, polar bear, bull, expectation. What's going on? Strength. Yes! The polar bear gives me perseverance. You've got the strength card. Leo card, Leo energy. Doesn't have to be. It's, yeah. Hold your ground. Hold your... Oh my God, the sun again. Double Leo. I'm taking it. Knight of Swords, that communication. When it comes in, it's going to come in fast. Be ready. Hold your ground. Be strong. Don't... Right, this couldn't come through any clearer. The sun card, the Leo energy, the ego, the confidence, right? This is really strongly saying to me, invest in yourself. Get yourself gorgeous. If you can't go to and take advantage of whatever this opportunity is right now, what can you do? What little I was talking about looking after yourself here. Do you want to go and get your hair cut? Do you want to go and I mean, maybe you can't, right? Hairdressers might be closed, but I don't know, circumstances are different everywhere where you are. Do you want to just pamper yourself? Do you want to get online and order yourself some new clothes that are going to make you feel fabulous? Get into that. I am Gemini, hear me roar energy. Be strong, be gorgeous, invest in yourself, pamper yourself, get yourself fighting fit so that when something does come in, you're ready to go for it. Don't get yourself into this like Nine of Swords, frightened rabbit energy, because it's not going to do you any good. It's just going to exhaust you. It's depleting. So this is coming through so strongly. Don't go for this, go for this. Be strong. Be the sunshine in your own life. Get ready, because this is happiness coming in for you, and you've got your back to it. You've got your back to this. You're too busy looking out the window at what could be that you're not noticing the sun at your back. Maybe you literally have a child. Pay attention to your child. It's funny that I'm saying that because my son is called Joe, and I call him Jojo. So Jojo Rabbit. He is not a Nazi. I just have to make that clear. Yeah, pay attention to your children if you have children. Stop looking out of the window, watching, wishing, dreaming. Go with the flow, live in the moment, invest in yourself. Stay out of this obsessive Nine of Swords energy. It's not going to help you. The news, the communication will come in. Be ready. Oh my God, Three of Wands. Be ready. Get ready. You are ready. Eight of Cups. This is walking away. I said the Eight of Cups at the beginning of the reading. Something's missing. Walking away. Finding what you want. But yeah, get yourself ready. Get yourself into that gorgeous energy, because when you're ready, the universe will open the doors for you. If you're in this energy, the universe is like, no, she needs more time. When you're in this energy, the universe is like, right, she can take on whatever we throw at her. So get yourself into the good energy. Can't say that enough for you today, Gemini. Best advice, please, for Gemini. Best advice, please, for Gemini. What do you have for Gemini today? Archangel Michael there is on the bottom. Yeah, again, protecting the children. He was out at the end of Taurus's reading, I think, yesterday. And it's funny that he's there with Taurus. Like, they're placed next to Taurus. So, again, that can't come through strongly enough. There's no such thing as coincidence. Diversity. Again, I think Taurus had that. Intricacies in industry. So this is coming through very much like work. The Five of Scrolls and the Seven of Scrolls. Where's my book? Here's my book. What have I got first? The Five of Scrolls. Oh, yeah, it's like you're clinging on to one idea, one thing that you want, and it's saying to you, open up, allow more options to flow to you. Don't cling on to one thing. So I was saying about having one goal there. Perhaps that's the problem, actually. Perhaps you are so focused on one thing, you're not paying attention to all the other things around you. Upright. A woman stands on a veranda overlooking a beautiful valley dotted with little towns on the hills and along the river. Scrolls that she has read lie upon a nearby table. Another scroll is held loosely in her hand, while the woman surveys all that she sees. Just to kind of point out the similarity here of these two cards. The woman looking out of the window, right? Ugh, aren't we all in that energy at the moment? Bloody lockdown. With this card, you'll find it's time to diversify. There are many options for you to consider, and you should take a look at them all. Allow yourself to try new things, to go to new places, learn new subjects, break out into different directions, and meet new people too. Don't worry about scattering your... Don't worry about scattering your energy too thin. Wow, that's the opposite of what I was saying. Okay, I'm going to read this in the reverse as well. You're in a period of expansion, so use it. Let yourself go further afield than you planned. In the end, you will diversify in ways that introduce you to a whole new you. Does that sound like the right advice for you? Use your instincts. I'm going to read the reverse, so it could be one or the other. Too many things are happening at once. I feel like this is what it did come out in the reverse, and I flipped it up, right? So I feel like this is the main message for most of you. Too many things are happening at once, and you may be confused about which to do. So many alternatives lie before you that you hesitate to act on any of them. It's time to make a choice and focus on one thing. Don't be afraid that you'll get trapped in your choice. All the other interests that you hold will still be around later, and you'll always have the freedom to change things in the future. Worrying about the things that you're not doing, or Worrying about the things that you're not doing or having now only defines your life in lack. Recognize that choosing a single focus in the present gives you total freedom to act on it fully. Take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. There's two kind of choices there for you. Could be that one group of you are in one energy, one are in the other. Akashic Force, your life has turned into a smorgasbord, brilliant word, your life has turned into a smorgasbord of opportunities. Close your eyes and imagine an array of all the many different things that interest you. Give yourself permission to try them. How can you do that in the coming weeks? Okay, Sands of Time. It's interesting. The Sands of Time comes in between the Five of Scrolls and the Seven of Scrolls. So I feel like there is a time element here. It could be that opportunities are coming to you, but there's a time limit. They time out. It could be that there's a sense of divine timing at play here. What stands between diversify and intricacies in industry, the planning and the action is time. So just something to be aware of. I like this because it says plumb bob, so shout out to the Simmers. Work on a Renaissance cathedral has just begun. At first, this building seems modest, but in time its grandeur will reach several stories high and across the centuries. But now piles of stones and rocks dot the scene. A mason bends, focusing intently on a plumb bob that hangs next to a partly built wall. This instrument helps him determine if the wall is straight and true. At a very basic level, this card could indicate a building or renovating a home or business. This card also shows that you are on your way to greatness, but it requires attending to even the tiniest of particulars. Told you so. Be diligent with the specifics in your strategy and pay considerable attention to detail and follow through. Attention to detail, Gemini, that's coming through really strongly. While you may have a long-term goal in mind, the small steps are what's important now. Even the most magnificent cathedrals were built stone by stone, day by day. It's only by heaping up the small that the great can be achieved. Exactly, right? Exactly. If you want to take the reversed meaning, a project, relationship or work situation may not be moving fast enough for you. You may be too urgent about it and too attached to the outcome, or you simply might not want to deal with the particulars. Be careful not to act in haste. A little fir tree doesn't reach the sky by pulling on it, and cathedrals aren't built in a day. If you're not willing to be patient with the process and attend to the details, what you seek could collapse without even coming to fruition. It's time to bring joy to the little steps now. Focus on your work, on the intricacies, and trust that even the tiniest efforts will compound to create extraordinary success. Okay, small things, small details. I told you, you really need to focus on the small day-to-day things. It may not be moving fast enough for you. Definitely a sense of having to be patient coming through here. It could be that if you're waiting for others to act, they could be dealing with small details to really get things firm. You have that contract there in the bottom. It could be that people are really working on the details of some kind of contract. So just be patient. Just be patient. The devil is literally in the detail here. Don't get into that Nine of Swords energy. Go with the flow. Do the things that you can do today. And again, that sense of like, if you were an author writing a story, don't scatter yourself too widely. You know, break it down into chapters. What do you want to write for each chapter? Put in some actual detailed work. There's a special note here. Regardless of whether this card is upright or reversed, noticing the neighbouring card to which the plumb bob points, that card will show you more about the intricate details of this specific task and about the other people involved too. Also, be aware of the nearby cards to which the cathedral spire points. It reveals your aspirations in the matter and the things that help or hinder as you rise towards your long-term goal. So, help or hinder, you've got that polar bear energy, the perseverance energy. And the plumb bob, let's have a close look. It's right there, look. I mean, I would say that that is actually pointing to this contract in the image. But it's also pointing to expectation. What did it say? That card will show you more about the intricate details of this specific task and the other people involved too. Right, I feel like this is saying then, you need to wait while somebody else deals with the paperwork. Okay, the specific intricate details is the paperwork, and you're the one waiting, I feel. Akashic Force. There's a situation in your life that requires your attention to detail right now. Close your eyes and imagine that this situation is a puzzle in pieces on a table in front of you. Imagine the individual pieces and sense what you notice and feel about them. So that may be helpful to you as well. As always, take anything that resonates, leave anything that doesn't. I know it's frustrating having to wait, Gemini. We're all in the same boat really, with hold-ups, with not being able to do the things that we'd normally be able to do, with things taking more time. Trust that, like that cathedral, the time and effort that is spent in planning it properly and laying down those solid foundations mean that there's more greatness coming in for you in the long run. So trust the process. You know, Gemini, you're not an energy that likes to sit around waiting. So all that frustrated, grumpy energy, go and pour it into something productive while you wait for others to do whatever it is that they need to do on their end, and stay out of that Nine of Swords energy. You know, if you're like this, like because you're so focused on something that isn't happening yet, I know it's really difficult, I know it's hard, but I think the advice is try and look up, try and make a note, you know, even if it's like 3 small jobs that you could do. And I know, like, I get into this energy, and this is what I do to kind of get out of it. It's like everything that's overwhelming you, just get a notebook and say, right, what can I do right now that's going to help me tomorrow? And it might be wash the pots, put washing through so that you have clean clothes for tomorrow. I don't know, send that email that needs sending. Write down like small practical steps that you can do. Just even, it might be check your emails, and when you check your emails, what do you need to respond to? Make baby steps, and it actually makes you feel better, because you're like, okay, I'm going to help future me out as if it's a friend. I'm going to help future me out as if it's somebody I really care about. And I think being in that mindset of being like paying it forward to yourself, to your future you, is a really great way of looking at it and getting yourself out of this energy. I mean, you may still be in that energy, but I always say to myself, I feel like, right, I'm sorry, swear warning again, I feel like shit. I hate tidying, so I might as well tidy while I feel like shit, because I can't feel any worse, so I may as well do it, you know. So yeah, it's almost like you feel like crap anyway, so why not do it? Why not do it and help yourself out tomorrow, and you might feel better tomorrow. Especially if you like, thank you past me for doing that job that I would rather not be doing today. Hope that's helpful to you, Gemini. I'm going to give you a big, massive hug. Remember to give yourself hugs too. I think you need them. Take those baby steps. Pay attention to the small details. Try not to get into this devil obsessive energy about waiting for things. And I will see you again soon. Leave me a like if you liked. If you feel like this is the story of a friend or somebody that you know, do share the video with them. It really helps me out. Leave me a comment if you've got anything to say. And subscribe if you haven't already. And if you don't want to do any of those things, if you want to come in under the radar as a stealth watcher, I totally understand that too. Still love you, Gemini. Take care, and I will be back with you again soon. Bye-bye.